that Barcelona have confirmed the signing of Ilkay Gundogan on a contract on a free transfer for 2 years till 2025. He's been speaking to the Manchester City website in the last few minutes, and he says, I've been lucky to have experienced so many unforgettable moments in my time at Manchester City, and to have been captain for this extra special season has been the greatest experience of my career. First, I would like to thank Pep. To have been able to play under and learn from him for so long is something I will never forget. I would also like to thank all my teammates, past and present, who have played such a special part in making my time here so amazing. Finally, I would like to thank the incredible City fans. They have supported me from the moment I arrived. I owe them all so much for their support. I will carry City always in my heart. Once a Blue, always a Blue. He's made a major contribution to Manchester City, especially over the last couple of seasons. He's been a brilliant footballer. He was unlucky with injury when he first arrived. He's certainly been someone they've been able to rely on. Pep Guardiola thinks he's magnificent, and Barcelona have got themselves a really good player.
Well, he's bordering on a genius for me, the way he plays football and the things he sees, the pictures he sees. De Bruyne sees things that other people don't see, but he does as well, and Bernardo Silva does. He's another little genius as well. So they're going to miss him, but I noticed his statement there lasted about, a minute, 30 seconds? Didn't someone put one on the other day, some 9-minute goodbye video? Where's this coming from?
I don't know.
I mean, ridiculous, but he's just...
Was a bit OTT.
Yeah, he's just thanked everyone, and...
He was great.
On you go.
One of the, I suppose the big questions is how you replace him. If you're Manchester City, what do you do next? How do you make sure that you've plugged the gap that he has, the sizable gap that he's left behind? They've signed Mateo Kovacic. That looks like that's going to be done and dusted. What do they do next? Is Declan Rice the sort of player that they can use to fill some of the void that is left behind by Ilkay Gundogan? Would that make you want to go and get Declan Rice? The fact that you know now that Gundogan is... They would have... I think they've known for a very long time, actually, that Gundogan's often and away from the place.
Well, obviously Pep has a formula that you play, and you play... Like Jack Grealish took a while to get a grip that is the left-hand side. You stay there. I'll show you what to do, what movements to make, and everybody works off each other. So there's not many people go to Man City and fail. There's not many players. I can't think of any off the top of my head that really have been an absolute disaster. Some of them just drift away. Cancelo done all right for a bit, and then if you don't do what Pep's asking, you get shown the door. He's learnt his position, Gundogan, and you would have gone through it on the training ground with him. When the ball's there, you run there. When he runs there, you run there. And they know what they're doing. They all know. So you'll sign a player that he can slot into that position, and he'll show him how to play it. And it might take him 6 months to grab it, but he will eventually.
Yeah, Calvin Phillips, obviously, will be one of those who hasn't really settled immediately at Manchester City. But I spoke to him on the final day of the season, and he was pretty sure that he wants to stay there and fight for his place. He says it took him a little bit of time to sort of absorb all the information that Pep wants to give you as a player, but he will get there, and he's determined to make the most of it. Barcelona have confirmed the signing this morning of Ilkay Gundogan on a free transfer. He's going to join on a 2-year deal with the option of a 12-month extension after his contract at Manchester City came to an end. The 32-year-old has scored 60 goals in 304 appearances for the Citizen, has a release clause of £342 million, because the way it works in Spain, you have to have a release clause in your contract. That is the way that contract law works in that country, and they've set it at £342 million.
Remember Alan Pardew had an 11-year contract, didn't he, at Newcastle?
Yeah, he had a long
Isn't
contract.
It up this year? I think his contract's up this year. 11-year contract, ridiculous. I mean, all that matters is your termination agreement, your termination clause in your contract. You can have a 4-year contract.
If you're a manager, that doesn't really happen if you're a player, does it?
No, because you're worth money. You can't,
You're an asset.
Yes.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.